Hey, welcome back to our channel where we talk about retire early lifestyle, whether you're doing it at home or doing it abroad or a little bit of each. Why talk about promoting anything at all, let alone Mexico? Goodness sakes. Yeah, you've heard me say over and over on this channel, yeah, we're not about promoting this place or that place. We're not going to be making videos about go over here, this is the place to be. Lots of places to be. You just take your pick. You know, people have different reasons to go here and go there. Now, the thing about Mexico is that it seems to be like a no-brainer deal because, well, it's right next door, you know. And let's face it, a lot of people go to Mexico. And a lot of Americans and Canadians go to Mexico. And it gives people a kind of safety net and security to feel that they're not really all that far. And some people actually like driving to Mexico. A lot of people drive even all the way from Canada. And we've made other videos about Mexico. Unfortunately, those were crime videos. It turned out a lot of the crime stories that we run into happen to be in Mexico. And lo and behold, I mean, you've got some of the top crime cities in the world are in Mexico. So anyway, thought I'd mention that. And but that's not necessarily a reason not to go to Mexico. I mean, wait a second. The minute I start saying anything positive at all, somebody jumps all over me. Yeah, you're promoting. You know, somebody did that. It's like, gee whiz, I'm just trying to say the other side of the story. You got these people that come out here and say, you know, all you do is complain. Well, I'll tell you something, one person's complaint is another person's the other side of the story, you know. One person hears a complaint, the next person goes, wow, thanks for the information, I really appreciate it, I really need that. I really wanted to hear that. So, you know, some people, you know, you get to where you don't want to hear it, and you're the one complaining. So, but yeah, you know, you get someone that comes on the channel and is new or something, or got attracted to one of your videos and only watched a little bit of videos and thinks that all you do is give the other side of the story. Gee whiz, I just want to know the common story and what everybody else says, all the good stuff. I don't want to hear the other side of the story, you know. And so you get to a channel like mine and we give you the whole picture. The thing is about Mexico is that it's actually Mexico. The word enigma comes to mind, but it isn't really an enigma. It's more like a, what's the word here? It's more like Mexico is more like a dichotomy, because on the one hand, you've got the president talking about, and when you go read the Constitution of Mexico, it clearly states nobody shall make any laws or regulations other, you know, as far as emergency regulations than the president. So it's illegal and unlawful for other people, such as medical personnel or doctors or whatever, you know, to come out and say, oh, we've got an emergency and we've got to, you know, do this and that. It's actually unconstitutional to even think about it and to even just do it, let alone what it is that they want to do. That's secondary to the fact that they're not allowed to do it at all. And, you know, and of course the other thing is that it's unconstitutional to take away people's liberties, you know, and discriminate against people for this and that. So, but getting away from that, Mexico is a dichotomy because you've got the president that knows these things and he talks positively about these things. And this isn't against the president. It's great for him to be positive and saying all the good things and saying things like, you know, there shall be no form of authoritarianism whatsoever in Mexico. And that's, you know, that's a great statement to make. But on the other hand, when you get on the ground in Mexico, and again, you know, I'm saying this as the guy that makes the videos that tell you the other side of the story. So don't expect to, you know, hear a cheerleader version of anything, let alone Mexico. Not singling out Mexico. You've got a lot of nice places, but only a handful of them are really real open as far as flying in. And that's how Mexico has been all along. But when you get on the ground, I started saying, you see that really people are people everywhere. And it doesn't really matter where you're at. And this includes Mexico, in the sense that people that don't have a clue about health matters, and most people that don't know anything at all about health are easy to scare. And that's what some of these nefarious characters and institutions have taken advantage of. They have just totally scared the people out of their minds. They have just totally scared them out of their minds. If you would please, let me read to you a little something to encourage you if you're one of those people. Okay? So we see in 1 John chapter 4, verses 17 through 18. I'm going to say it in Spanish, and then I'll say it in English. Así se ha perfeccionado el amor entre nosotros. Tendremos confianza en el día del juicio porque durante nuestro tiempo en este mundo somos como Él. No hay miedo donde existe el amor. Más bien, el amor perfecto destierra el miedo, porque el miedo implica un castigo y la persona que vive en el miedo no se ha perfeccionado en el amor. So what that's saying is that love is perfected between us, and we can trust in the day of judgment, because while we were yet in this world, we are like Him, meaning Jesus, meaning that we don't have any fear where love exists. As well, perfect love displaces fear, because fear implicates, as a consequence, that something is wrong. And the person that lives in fear has not been perfected in love. So what that's saying is that where you have fear, you don't have perfect love. And we have every reason to have perfect love, because when we live according to His teachings, we can trust in the day of judgment that we have done no wrong, and therefore we are with the Creator and His Son Jesus, and therefore we don't have any reason to be fearful of the day of judgment. If we have no reason to be fearful in the day of judgment, then we have no reason to be fearful on this earth either, because no one judges us but the Father. So that's the thing, that when you have love, you cannot have fear and judgment. So that's the thing, guys. So in Mexico, you have the same fearfulness, people that are super fearful, just like you have everywhere else. It's just that you have a president that isn't outwardly promoting and outright promoting, this narrative of fear, because that's what it is. It's a narrative of fear. When they were trying to, in Ecuador, capture everybody in a medical cage, so to speak, that's they were repeating over and over and over in the paper, in the local paper. Everyone's going to die. Everyone's going to die. Y'all better get jabbed. Everyone's going to die. And therefore, using fear to terrorize the people. Just manipulating the emotions of the people through fear to be able to do the things that they want to do to the people, and that is give up their liberties voluntarily. And the best way to steal something is for somebody to give it to you voluntarily, right? That's what fraud and confidence games are all about. That's why they're called con men, because it's a confidence game, because they gain your confidence to get you to give something of value for nothing in return, and you do it voluntarily. And so, through the idea that you're going to die if you don't do what they say, they gain your confidence through fear so that they can take away something from you without you gaining anything of value in return. The perception of value is that, you won't die if you do what we say. But if you're digging into this and really looking into this, that's not even correct. So anyway, without going deep into that, so I wanted to make a video and give a shout out to our but our new subscribers that are in Mexico. Almost sounded like I was going to say New Mexico subscribers. But the thing about Mexico is that superficially, it looks like, it wants to be, a You have people here that want it to be open, but you've got so much fear on the ground. The people, and look, I've got connections. I have no fear of just picking up the phone or ringing somebody that I don't know and just starting a chit chat. I mean, I do that on a regular basis. I do that all the time. So because of that, it becomes easy for me to make connections and to have sources that I get information. So, and I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and I've seen other bloggers that have left Mexico and gone to Europe, whatever, and said things like, "Yeah, I was asked to put the mask on way more in Mexico than I am, like wherever they're at the moment." So I'm not trying to promote one place over another. I'm just saying, if you're looking for that panacea, everybody wants that panacea. Where can I go? Where can I go? And maybe you've been told that Mexico is it. I'm just telling you, and I'm warning you that while on the one hand it does have a veneer of that, on the other hand it has the very same situation with the people and with the fear in the people that causes people to act the very same way that people act in every other country where the people are fearful.
But Mexico has it all, and it seems like the no-brainer even after 2020. As you know, there's only a small handful of places in the world, which keeps shrinking, by the way, where a person can even go without being hassled by medical personnel or quasi-medical personnel and being stuck up the nose with something or be injected or anyway required to be such a thing, and let alone the fact that it's unconstitutional just about anywhere in the world. And in case you weren't paying attention, this is how communists get away with stuff, is that whenever they do things like this, it's never lawful or constitutional. It's just that you guys are sleeping, you didn't pay attention, you didn't notice, or you were conned and fooled into believing that there was some kind of legitimacy to what was being done. And
I think you all know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help."
a shout out to the Ecuador patriot expats. By the way, the minute you start talking patriot, some people think, you know, you have to have guns to be a patriot, but these patriots acted completely peacefully and lawfully within the court system, something that we discussed on this channel doing, pursuing a bulldog human rights lawyer, giving them a run for their money.
Anyway, everything that a lot of other places have, Mexico's got it, and that includes fearful people that are walking down the street with their mask on while nobody else is around them. So I bring you this news to encourage you to understand why I've talked about that it's time for a new strategy, and because I'm seeing people still running around saying, you know, even within Mexico, because I'm all over the internet, I'm in a lot of different groups. I don't necessarily speak up in those groups, so I like to watch and listen. And a lot of people will come on there and say, you know, because you've got people in a lot of these groups that are there for the sole purpose of encouraging people to go there. That's the promoter, not a guy like me that tells you both sides of the story. And then when I got something nice to say, oh, you're promoting. Of course, I'm not necessarily promoting. I'm just being normal and telling you something nice about the place, you know. But you've got a lot of these groups, their sole purpose is to keep what they quote unquote, they want to classify the information as, you know, it's just not allowable. And so they won't allow any information other than the postcard picture because of the goal of them wanting people to come in and do whatever it is that they do to help them. Nothing wrong with, you know, having a service and helping people, but goodness sakes, you know, come on. I even have some friends that told me, look, I'm trying to help some people that are thinking of coming here. Can you be quiet for a little bit? But just saying, though, that I guess that if somebody is really needy and they think that the only way that they can make an income is by promoting the place. I could see where they might get a little fidgety or fearful, you know, every little thing. Oh, no, 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 can't say that, can't say that. And so, unfortunately, almost every single one of the groups online, and you would think, right, that a channel like mine, where people can get, you know, both sides of the story at least, you know, would be more popular. What should I do? Should I make another quitting video? People say, well, you said you were quitting a few videos ago. What happened? Well, you know, we've already talked about that. Anyway, thanks for coming to our channel, and let us know what kind of content you'd like to hear. Thanks for being here, and have a wonderful day.